Good. Yes, and we're live. Hi,
Hi,
Emily.
hi, hello.
Hello, hello. Yeah, thank you for joining me this morning. Maybe you could start with introducing yourself.
Okay, all right. The baby just cute. This
Oh,
is
you know,
at this
Emily's so
moment.
amazing. She just
Yeah,
had
so
her
this is my
second
newborn. Yeah.
newborn. And
Well,
yeah,
yeah. So, hi, I'm Emily, and I am an artist behind Studio Sec, and I'm a Christian artist. So, I believe in capturing the beauty and truth that God reveals in everyday life through art. So, art has always been my passion since young, and since young, as a little girl, I love to draw and paint, and yeah. So I really enjoy that, and so so yeah. So yeah, and since starting Studio Sec, I have produced two calendars, and these calendars are based on they feature botanical watercolors and also Bible verses inspired by God, which is my Christian faith. And so I'm currently working on some commission works, and also I'm preparing for a workshop, which I haven't yet decided when to launch it, but it's about journeying with God through art. And because I'm really, really passionate about connecting with God and other people and ourselves through art. So yeah, that is my mission is to really share about how art can really help us in that way. Yeah.
oh, that's really lovely.
Yeah.
Thank you, Emily. Yeah,
Yeah.
so Emily so graciously to come on and share with us her journey as a business owner and an artist as well. And so I am also curious. I don't think I ever asked you this. Like, before you join, I know how you come into Mambos Academy was that you joined Momentum first, which is
Yes.
our membership program, and then
Yeah.
you join In Demand. So,
Yeah.
what made you join In Demand?
Um, so I had already, started my, business. I already started selling my artwork, but I felt it was pretty stagnant. I wanted to move things forward. I mean, and grow my business, and I wasn't sure how. And I think I really lacked a lot of confidence, which I think is something yeah, maybe some people can identify with. Am I good enough for this? Can I really do this? All those doubts that was in my mind. And because I guess we are bombarded with a lot of things on social media as well, and there's always that pressure, like, oh, maybe if we do this, we would be like that, and be
Mm,
successful and whatever. But I think what attracted me to the program was how it I really wanted that clarity. I think that was the first module about clarity and really communicating our message to the world. And so I think that really is what attracted me to join In Demand, and also about investing in to grow the business. We need to invest in it, and we need to and so I think back then I felt ready to really put my money where where in it, and to really, like, okay, if I'm really serious about this and moving it this forward, yeah, I need to put the effort, I mean money, and also the effort and that work, to make it grow. Yeah. Mhm.
thank you. Yeah. And so you mentioned that, it really helped you with communicating with clarity what you're doing today. So did you
Mhm.
think that it's just, you weren't sure about putting it into words? At the start of this, I got you to introduce yourself, and I
Yeah.
think everyone was probably is very clear about what you're doing, about your art and your journey with God. And do you think that you just had problem with just putting it into words, or you weren't even sure that was your thing before you start?
I think a bit of both. Yeah, yeah. I mean, there's always snippets here and there.
Mm,
The information may be there in like bits and pieces, but it's how we join them together. It's not. I mean, we are crafting a message, but still needs to be genuine. It still needs to it is, yeah, we can't so I felt that clarity to how to string it together that people can understand and people can relate to. I think that was important. Yeah.
Yes. You hit, the nail on the coffin right there. Where you talk about, it needs to be authentic. It needs to be how to say, in alignment with who we are. It's not just about crafting a story to win over people, right? So we need to be in alignment of our message. We need to be in self integrity about who we are, and when we're clear about that, and that will be in a way will be attracting the right people to us, instead of having to just tell people, hey, we're not the right fit to work together. So before you managed to do that, when you're saying that you had idea, bits and pieces, I think I could do this, I'm not quite sure. So what did the frustration look like before you managed to sort of like, oh, in demand is for me?
I think there was a lot of worry, and I didn't really know what next steps to take. I think with that, when it's not clear, you just don't know, okay, what should my next project be, or what I mean, even though I had worked on like who my target audience is, I mean, you do share a lot about your ICA, the ideal customer, your avatar, and all those things. And even though I've done that many times to myself and like reminding myself who is my ideal customer, it still didn't feel very clear to me, because maybe I wasn't clear myself about who do I who am I trying to help, and so I so this is so in a way it's just trying to be in a way it could manifest in like just trying to be a people pleaser when someone asks, okay, you do this for me, okay, sure, you get money, I'll do it, so I mean, sometimes that is what I mean, as someone who does like commission work now, that is not always very regular, whoever comes and does a request, you kind of need to address that and see how I can best help them. But now there's that added clarity, like, okay, is it in alignment with why I do the art that I do? Yeah, so that is
great.
a lot clearer now.
Right. And you may have also gone through other programs or other community, right? So what do you find is different about In Demand?
Yeah, so I did join other causes before, but I think for In Demand, you are the one running it, and I really found you very approachable. I could just ask any question, and I could really talk to you like a friend, and you have become a friend.
Yeah.
So I think that has helped so much, and I think a lot of these coaches are from overseas, and you are based in Singapore, so you can relate to each other a lot better. I think that helps a lot, and you also understand my life stage and being a fellow mom, and so I think that's really the program itself is. Oh, I mean, it really fitted what I was looking for, and plus, as you as a person, I think it had to come together. I mean, there are others who offer, other branding and personal branding programs, but I think because it's, I just felt I could relate to you, and you're really genuine about what you do.
I'm like tearing up. You just made my day, because sometimes you're like, we see it, we just teach what we can teach, right? We don't. It's lovely to hear how you feel, or how people feel about the program, and it makes all that, showing up live, showing up for group coaching, all that, it makes all that feel so worth it, and I'm so happy to hear that. So I also have like two more questions. So one being, take us back to the moment when maybe you are inside In Demand and you realize that, oh my God, what I've just learned in In Demand, or just applied in Demand, is working.
Okay, so to anyone who signs up for this program, just really be prepared for the first 2 months. There's a lot of soul searching, and I think it really brought me on a journey of I mean of what makes me who I am today. I think that time of reflection was really important, and then I could see how just different parts of my life just aligned up, to make me who I am today. And how, whether it's the successes, I mean, we do celebrate the successes, but it's also like the failures and the challenges that we went through, that helped us to become who we are, and help us become stronger, or help us form our belief system, or our So I think during that, especially that first 2 months, seeing that come together, I'm like, wow, bang, that makes so much sense. And while the program is about personal branding, about being a person of influence, as a Christian, I saw how different. I mean, my faith has led me to see that God really orchestrated all parts of my life together. So it's just really seeing all that come together, and especially in the first 2 months, that was like, whoa, mind blowing. I wonder what will happen next in the next few months. But that was really mind blown. And then later on, you brought in Deborah Haley, the author.
Yes.
Yeah. And I never saw myself as a book author. I'm like, okay, that's I'm not really a writer's sort. I don't think I would ever publish a book. But I think when you invited her, it just put a spark in me that, like, hey, maybe there is a possibility. I may not have the whole draft of a book written out right now. I may not have like all the blog posts that I can just put together into a book, but I think that it can be a dream that can grow, So I think that really excites me, when you brought Deborah in to talk, and you yourself also spoke about how you became an author. So I just these kind of encounters just I mean, it may not be in the next year or so, but it may be in a few years down the road.
Exactly, take your time.
Yeah, but at least there's a dream that I know that, hey, it's possible, yeah. So I like these are the few instances where, like, whoa, hell yeah, that's great, that excites me. Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, I was gonna ask you, like, the last question is, how's things are different right now compared to before In Demand. But I think, even though you're handling a newborn, you were so articulate and sharing, the journey that you went through with us. And I'm so glad that I am able to be there for you. And so do you want to share how things are different now? Or I think you kind of have said it.
Maybe, but I can add on that I think in a business, for running a business, especially a creative one, I think I've mentioned, like, about the fears and anxieties, when I started out, in the lack of confidence. Now, of course, those do creep in, that's the reality, they do creep in from time to time, but I'm less scared now, I'm less anxious when I run the business. And I think one of the other things which I also had to learn and understand is that there are different seasons for our business. So right now, I mean, I have a baby, I'm one-handed most of the time, but I can. Then there are peak periods when I'm selling the calendar and I'm just so busy, and things and money is coming in, and I'm, and I feel comfortable in that way. So I think I learned to take each season as for what it is, and not be too worried when things are a bit slower, and actually to embrace it, And also, I think one of the worries was, all the money comes in at the year end when I sell more things, when doing giving season or gifting season. But I think with journeying with Michelle and others, I've learned to plan out my year so that I don't feel so worried when things are quiet, and actually to embrace them. So I think no longer scared, and that also translates into planning a bit better. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, you've definitely been one of my star student, and you're really good at take an idea and really execute on it. And then at the end of the day, I can only be the guide, and you're the one who put things into action. So it is really just all you, Emily.
No,
So
I think
congratulations.
it also requires patience as well, because it may not happen. It could be that it didn't happen in that year itself. It could be in the following years or so, but I think it's just not just for me, it's really trusting God, through the process, and being patient with when things need to grow and germinate.
Yeah. I can see Kay is watching us on Facebook, and she's been like commenting. I agree. And so Kay was actually Emily's partner in Demand. Yes.
Yeah. So we joined,
and I always share Kay's story as well about how she was telling me about Kay is an amazing leader in Thermomix, and she used to say, with Thermomix, most of the time you need to do demo at someone else's place. And she was telling me that, oh my gosh, since in demand, and she's willing to go live a lot, really pushing herself out there, and she's been getting orders without having to do demos. And I was like, wee, that's like a great thing, right? So yeah, really, like when you build your personal brand, or you're just willing to sort of like share a part of you that is genuine and that's helping people, there's no reason why it wouldn't come back to you. I really believe that, it's an exchange of energy, right? When you put a value out in the world, and then somehow, it will come back to you. And at the end of the day, it's all about, yes, it's money, and it helps us in our life, right? Security for ourselves and our family. But there are bigger purpose than that. And I could see that in Emily's work as an artist. And she's really sharing her love of gods and proverbs through her work and her calendar. So thank you very much once again, Emily, for joining me this morning. And for those of you watching this, and if you'd like to get in touch with Emily for any commission work, do contact her, but she may not be able, because she is one-handed right now. But I suppose like she can plan out her schedule for the rest of the year, and do an amazing job for you. And I really love the work where she did a wall for a baby's room, right? Was it a kid's room?
I did a mural. Yeah,
a mural, and that was beautiful.
Yeah, so canvases has been like increased in size, I can say that.
And it's amazing watching you documenting that. I'm like, oh my God, that's beautiful. So thank you very much once again, and you have a lovely day.
Yeah, you too. Yeah, thank everybody. Bye. Thank you.
Bye, everyone.